goes for 22. A few cries of Zinabad Pakistan around the ground again here now. 189 for 6.
Yeah, it was a quicker delivery there from Imad Wasim. Down on one knee was Tom Sol, looking to sweep that one into the leg side and trap plumb in front in the end. But a useful knock from him, 22. Good support for Josh Cobb. It wasn't a boring 22 either. Played some good shots in there, including that huge 6 over mid-wicket.
Now Northampton down to the bowlers with Brett Hutton, Nathan Buck and Mohammed Azarullah to come, but Cobb still there on 94. I mean, these Indian players are the golden ticket really to worldwide exposure in the game, because that would just totally open up the Indian television market if Dhoni or Yuvraj were to come over and play in this new competition.
Absolutely, and that's you see that whenever Indian players rarely make an appearance for a county. I know Cheteshwar Pujara, for example, has played a few seasons of county cricket, but he's not involved in the white ball formats for India. But whenever you do see the likes of Zahir Khan back in 06, I think it was, and things like that, the Indians do turn up in big numbers to watch their heroes in action. And we saw Virender Sehwag at Leicestershire a number of years back. Shahid Afridi's played a bit of county cricket over the years for various counties, and they do turn out in their droves, these Indians and Pakistanis, to watch their heroes in action.
Brett Hutton's the new man, and Hutton is poking forward here in his first appearance of the season, playing out to short third man, and there is no run. Well, now the scoreboard away to our right hand side has decided to change format, and we've got some new statistics over there now. We do know the score, which is good, 189 for 6, as Imad bowls a low full toss, which Hutton moves away to mid-wicket, and there is no run. He's missed first part of Northampton's season with injury, Brett Hutton. But back here, facing Imad Wasim, and looking to flick leg side. Just down the leg side it goes. Wondered if there was a touch off the batsman's pads, but straight through to the gloves of Sarfraz. 190 for 6. No sooner had the scoreboard returned, it's flicked off again to our right, as Imad bowls again, and this is driven out to extra cover by Hutton, and the over comes to an end. 41 gone here, 190 for 6 Northants. Josh Cobb on 94 not out. Hutton out here at number 9. Just Buck and Azarullah to come for Northants. Vasconcelos having retired on 1, retired hurt earlier in the innings, has passed the concussion protocol that took place after he left the field, but not going to bat. We understand again. So Cobb here on 94, 1 hit away from what would be a impressive century against a very good Pakistan attack here. Waits for Yazir Shah. He's going to bowl his 9th over from the Wilson end. Right arm over, and Cobb just steadily forward here, covering up, pushing back out towards the bowler's left hand. There's a short third man, a backward point, a deep cover, extra cover, long off, long on, deep mid-wicket, deep square, and then short fine leg. 5 men allowed outside the 30-yard circle here in the final 10 as Cobb pulls out towards deep mid-wicket. As he found the gap? He has. Excellent placement from Josh Cobb. Picks up his 10th boundary. Found the gap between long on and deep mid-wicket, and is now just 2 runs away from a century. Captain for the day here, Cobb. A vital innings. Has found little support from the rest of the order, but on the verge of a century here. Shah from the far end. Cobb forward, struck on the paddle pill for LBW. Umpire has a careful look and says not out. Heart in mouth moment for Cobb, looking to flick leg side. One from Yazir, just skipping past into the front pad, maybe sliding down. He gets away with it.
Big appeal, wasn't it, from Yasir Shah? Looked very, very excited about that, perhaps just sliding down the left. And Cobb survived, still there on 98.
Shah once again from the far end, quite flat on. Cobb's bowled, does he know? Well, he was going back to cut and missed. And Sarfraz in the end struck on the hand. The way that Cobb turned round, I thought he was about to walk off. The ball could not have missed the bails by much. He just leapt on Cobb a bit there. Yazir bowls again, and Cobb just carefully forward this time, playing back towards backward point. Babar Azam is there. And there is no run. 1-9-4 for 6 Northampton, the 42nd over. Yazir in again, and Cobb just turns this into the onside. They're going to scamper away for, in the end, an easy single, because there's a huge gap there out on the onside in front of himself going across the field, and the over comes to an end. So Cobb will keep the bowling on 99, and Northampton 1-9-5 for 6 in the 42nd over. On a pleasant enough day here at Wantage Road. 1 or 2 in, not a massive crowd, but a few enjoying the cricket, enjoying the tourists. On their way up the M1, Beckenham on Saturday, Northampton here today, and then Leicester on Wednesday before the series against England begins at the weekend down in Cardiff. 1-9-5 for 6. Cobb on 99, pushes forward but only plays back up to extra cover, and the weight goes on. Looking for a straightish ball here, just a nudge single out on the onside. Big out there at square leg. Wasim is in, and this is pushed away through the covers, and Josh Cobb wanders through for a single to go to 100. FM update now for BBC Radio Northampton.
That's 100 for Josh Cobb.
Josh Cobb has just got to his century here for Northamptonshire. Captain for the day, has led his side really well. There's been little support really from the other end. Northampton have lost regular wickets, and they're 196 for 6 in the 43rd over here. But Cobb going through to an excellent century really, a high-class Pakistan attack here as they build up for the series against England and then the World Cup to follow that. But Cobb has led Northampton well, 100 not out, 7 for 6 in the 43rd over. Back with you online and on Radio 5 Live Sports Extra. Cobb going back here to cut, pushing down towards long off to our left-hand side, and picking up another single, goes to 101. 198 for 6 Northants. Cobb going to a 7th List A century as Hutton here gets a very full delivery that he digs out down the ground and may get a couple of runs as they scamper back here. Now they're just going to settle for 1 as Amir runs to his left-hand side from long on. So Hutton goes to 2. And Northants 199 for 6. Imad in, and Cobb down the pitch, tries to go up and over long off, and has struck it really well up into the Ken Turner stand. What a fine blow that is from Cobb. A shimmy down the wicket, hoisting it way back over long off, and almost takes out a photographer away to our left hand side. Sat in the front row of the Ken Turner stand, and the photographer now gets up and lobs the ball back over the balcony.
125 balls with 10 fours and 1 6.
Applause there for Josh Cobb's 7th List A 100. And now Nikesh, maybe he'll open his shoulders in the final 7 overs here. 205 for 6 Northants.
I think he has to, and he's certainly seeing the ball very well indeed. The spinner's not really getting much turn from this wicket, so able to just shimmy down the wicket that previous delivery and smack Imad over his head.
Yazir from the far end. Hutton goes back to pull here, just chops it down towards long off, and we'll pick up a single. So Hutton now goes to 3. 206 for 6 in the 44th now here, Northants. Yazir once more, and Cobb playing this as late as possible, can only force it out as far as Babar Azam at backward point for no run. Cobb settles over his bat once more as Yazir moves in with this great energy of his run-up and bowls just outside the off stump, and Cobb is cutting out to deep cover, round to our right-hand side. And they take just another single, so Cobb to 108, 207 for 6. Yazir now to the number 9 Hutton, who's reverse sweeping here. Caught it fairly well, but straight to Mohammed Amir at short third man on the edge of the 30-yard circle around to our right-hand side. Yazir throws himself a catch, ball back in his right hand, comes in again, and Hutton waits for this and works it into the leg side, out through square leg. And they go through for just a single more. Gentle single taken. Hutton goes to 4, 208 for 6, and the alternative scoreboard is back now away to our right hand side. Yes, we've got some figures over there now, which is good to see. Yazir comes in again, and Cobb goes to pull. This is high in the air, out towards mid-wicket, and it's gone way back for 6 more. Big strike from Cobb, hitting with the breeze out towards the covered stand. Hammers Yazir away, and goes to 114 at the end of the 43rd over. 214 for 6, Northamptonshire. Cobb striking it well, Nikesh.
Absolutely, that was a big 6, long boundary over there towards deep mid-wicket. And they certainly got all of that. It was dragged short by Yasir Shah. He's done that a couple of times this afternoon. But it's generally bowled very well indeed, even though he's not had much purchase from the wicket. Looks like we're going to see some more seam into the attack. Mohammed Hasnain.
Change of bowling from the pavilion end, Mohammed Hasnain.
So changing ends again here, Hasnain, who struck both Vasconcelos and Charlie Thurston on the helmet earlier on. The blow to Vasconcelos so serious he had to go off the ground, but is okay, we believe. But not set to bat again as a precaution with the one-day cup match against Yorkshire coming up on Wednesday. So up goes Hasnain, right arm over, bowls a decent Yorker that's dug out by Hutton to mid-wicket, and there is no run. So 214 for 6, and Northants, with the wickets they've lost really, I suppose, just looking to bat out the overs now. They've only got Buck and Mohammed Azarullah to come.
Well, if it wasn't for Josh Cobb, this innings would have been over a long time ago. Fabulous innings from him, 114 not out still. Can he get Northants up to 250 total perhaps?
Hasnain runs past Cobb and bowls to Hutton, who tries to swing this down the ground, mistimes it. The ball runs only as far as mid-wicket, and there is no run. So Cobb here going to his 7th List A century, his first since 2015. And he made 100 at the racecourse ground in Derby. 104 he made there in a losing cause, if my memory serves me correctly. Indeed, Derbyshire chasing 2-3-2 to win by 7 wickets. And you dare suggest this century may also be in vain as Hasnain goes in, and Hutton trying to flick leg side, gets beaten. Shuffled a long way outside his leg stump there. Hasnain followed him. Hutton tried to clip it away and missed, and Sarfraz takes it outside his left hip.
Big appeal from Sarfraz as well for a caught behind. No interest from the bowler, Mohammed Hasnain.
Third man long leg, deep square, and in fact there's going to be a change of the field now, is there? Just about. Deep square being moved round to deep mid-wicket towards the groundsman shed to our right, and mid-wicket goes across to square leg, long on, deep point, and third man also out as Hasnain bowls another good Yorker that Hutton can only dig out back up the pitch, and it cannons into the non-striker's end stumps. Good stuff here from Mohammed Hasnain. 19-year-old has come in and bowled quick today. He's been impressive.
He has. His first over was a little bit of a loosener, and he certainly bent his back after that, getting good pace and carry from the wicket. Lots of short stuff early on. Now digging in those Yorkers well as well. Seem to produce a lot of these fast bowlers at very young ages, do Pakistan.
Hasnain charging in again past the umpire, and Hutton works this leg side. There's no square leg now, it's gone round to short fine leg, so a single here to deep square, away to our right hand side, running away from the scoreboard, which now has a bit more information on it because we've got the bowlers figures out there as well, which we didn't on the other format of that big screen. So they've been tinkering around, it appears, in the scorer's box today.
Yasir Shah, 61 runs conceded from his 10 overs. He was quite expensive at the weekend as well.
Hasnain goes up again, past the umpire, and bowls a back of a length ball to Cobb, who tries to dab it down out on the leg side and gets struck on the glove there. The ball falls to earth, a couple of yards away from the bat, and the over comes to an end. So a really good set there from Mohammad Hasnain, who has bowled, as we've been saying, impressively so far today. 45 gone, and Northants 215 for 6. Cobb 140 not out has led Northants through the innings. Yeah, Yasir on Saturday at Beckenham, 10 overs, 3 for 90 in the end, so was expensive. Here is what is only a stopgap before Shadab Khan can return to full health and rejoin the squad, but he's flown back home for treatment.
As we see Mohammad Amir back into the attack, a change of ends from him. Last 5 overs of this innings then, Northants 215 for 6, Josh Cobb 114 not out, fabulous innings from him. Brett Hutton at the other end, unbeaten on 5. So Josh Cobb, am I right in thinking he's been here since 2014? Is that his first season at Northants?
2015 was his first season, yeah. Yeah, he arrived just after that Annus Horribilis in 2014. Northants.
Correction, change of bowling, Junaid Khan.
Didn't win a game in Division 1 and bombed out horribly in both the white ball competitions as well. It sparked a bit of a clear out. Alex Wakely was appointed club captain, replacing Stephen Peters. A couple of the senior players left, David Sales, who's now the batting coach, being one of those, and Cobb, one of a number of faces brought in to initially try to rebuild with a focus on the white ball game.
And he came from another county with a horrible record in those times as well. Hasn't improved too much since then. Slightly better for Leicestershire, of course, but Cobb, one of the mass clear out at Grace Road at that time as well, as Junaid Khan comes into the attack now. And this one now just clipped round the corner and a misfield at short fine leg, and it's going to be 4 runs there to Hutton. Terrible bit of fielding there on the edge of the circle. Here's Mohammad Hasnain there with his woolly hat on.
Oh dear.
Comical stuff.
Why are they so
And
bad?
it was a no ball, so it's going to be a free hit as well.
Terrible cricket all round.
Yeah.
Why are these Pakistanis never ever very good at fielding? Do they not teach fielding in Pakistan, or they do not see it as a required skill?
Absolutely no idea. I mean, certainly the players look a lot fitter nowadays.
Yeah.
But they don't seem to be diving around as much. I don't know if the colder weather here in the early part of the English season has anything to do with that. As Junaid comes in for this free hit and gives himself some room, Hutton, and playing a miss. Moved over to the leg side there. He's asking for the wide, but he was way down the leg side when he tried to play that over the offside. And it's straight through to Sarfraz, and they get away with a dot ball on the free hit.
Yeah, they've got that short ball for the free hits quite well so far.
So the short fine leg moves down towards a square leg. It's going to be Junaid into Hutton once again. This one short and pulled away towards cow corner, and it's going to beat the fielder at mid-wicket. 4 runs. Good placement there from Brett Hutton. Good contact as well. Straight off the middle of the bat. There's 4 more runs to Hutton and Northampton. So 224 for 6 now in the 46th over. Hutton moves on to 13.
Very nicely struck. A little agricultural, but timed nicely.
A big gap on the leg side towards mid-wicket, just the square leg inside the circle on the leg side. Now the deep mid-wicket fielder moving slightly straighter towards cow corner as Junaid comes into Hutton once again. Again short, but a slower, shorter delivery. And a play and a miss from Hutton. That was well bowled.
Yeah, it was. Just rolled his fingers across it. Hutton looking to slap away into a similar region. This time Junaid gets one through.
So Hutton on 13, Cobb at the other end, 114 for him. Junaid comes in once again to Hutton, again short, and he loses his bat in the end. In fact, he's broken his bat. He's still got his handle in his hand. But the rest of the bat face flies over towards mid-wicket and is picked up by Hasnain, who hands it back to Hutton, who's going to have to call for a change of bat here. He was looking to pull that one away towards cow corner, ended up scooping it over the bowler's head. They run through for a single. And lots of giggles in the crowd as well, as Brett Hutton calls out for a new bat.
I don't think I've seen that before. I've seen plenty of bats breaking and plenty of players just losing the bat completely as they go through for a shot. But the handle completely coming away from the bat there.
Yeah, still in his hands as he was running through for the single as well.
It was like he was suddenly in the 4x400 metre relay with the bat on his hand as he went through for the run.
Right, change of bat. And it's going to be Josh Cobb on strike, 114 not out. So Northampton's 225 for 6 now in the 46th over. And they get up and beyond the 250 mark from here on in. In comes Junaid to Cobb. This one fallen's hit straight back over his head, dispatched over the sight screen, into the sight screen in fact. 6 runs. It was a very full delivery there from Junaid Khan. And Cobb not coming down the wicket towards the ball, just rocking back in his crease and lofting it straight back over the bowler's head for 6 runs. Beautiful timing there once again.
Yeah, much better strike than I first thought. Didn't make a great sound, I didn't think, off the bat there. I thought it was going straight up in the air, but it was actually a very nicely timed stroke down the ground.
So what response does Junaid have? He's in here to Cobb. This one full and driven through the covers. 4 more runs. This time all the way along the carpet. It was a wide, low full toss. And Cobb giving himself some room, moving his front foot out of the way, beating the extra cover fielder straight into the boundary for 4 more runs. So the Pakistani bowlers taking a bit of tap here towards the back end of the innings.
This is just what Northampton would have wanted from Cobb here today. Finding a bit of form, has really struggled so far in the One Day Cup, but this is now his 3rd highest list A score. And not too far to go to bring up a career best either.
124 not out at the moment. 4 more overs remaining after this. So Junaid in once again to Cobb. Again full and driven over backward point. It's 6 runs. Wow, he was down on one knee there. It was Cobb looking to drive through the covers, lofted it in the end over backward point and over the boundary rope for 6 more runs. So an expensive over there once again from Junaid Khan, who's conceded 54 I think it is from his 8 overs so far. That's 46 overs gone. Northant's 242 for 6.
Josh Cobb's 5th maximum now, and it's now his second highest score. So he's now only got to get past the 137 he made for Leicestershire back in 2012 when he was bursting onto the scene, and that great couple of years where 5 of his now 7 list day hundreds came. The first 2 years of his career already, 2012 and 2013, but the 100 he made for Leicestershire against Lancashire, 137, remains his career best, possibly until today.
So Mohamed Amir back into the attack. Into Hutton, who plays and misses outside the off stump, looking to slay that one through the offside. Yeah, had a fabulous start to his career, Josh Cobb, down at Leicestershire. His dad was a coach there for many years in the academy, coached me, Russell Cobb.
You still see him around now and again.
Yep. Still has an association with Kibworth Cricket Club,
yeah,
just up the road from here as well. So Amir comes into Hutton, who slays this backward of point. It's fielded eventually. They jog through for a single. So into the 47th over. That 250. Looks like it definitely will happen. 243 for 6. Can they get up to the 270 mark now? That would be a competitive score. So Amir comes in to Josh Cobb. Fallen, driven uppishly over mid-off. And is it going to have enough legs to go for 6? Yes, it is. Just over the rope down at long off. No long off fielder in place. And that's another maximum to Josh Cobb, who moves to within 1 of his all-time highest list A score. He's on to 136. Northant's 249 for 6 now.
Another excellent strike from Cobb. It's back to his best here now. Great striking.
Again, it didn't look as though he timed that one too well. Had enough legs to make it over the boundary once again. Amir into Cobb again. This one wide and full. Left alone by Cobb, who was looking to give himself some room towards the leg side. Amir just pushing that one wide of the off stump.